Let's bring in Grover Norquist. He's the president of Americans for Tax Reform. He's got a lot to say about this. So, Grover, essentially, Matt alleges this was retaliation for his reporting. The Biden administration says this was what is for the IRS the beginnings of a pretty routine criminal investigation. People might not know it, but the IRS does a lot of it.
Well, that makes no sense, unfortunately, because the facts are coming out. They opened this file on the reporter, Matt Taibbi, just after his 9th article came out about what was going on with the FBI telling Twitter how to censor things. OK,
right.
That day, this was the 24th of December. This was a Saturday. The IRS is in working on Saturdays normally. This was the night before Christmas. This was Christmas Eve. They opened this file. What were they looking for? They were asking for whether he had a concealed carry permit. That's private information, so people don't break into your house and steal things. Voter information, how he's registered to vote. All this background because they claimed that 4 years ago they had a question about his tax return. They claimed they'd sent him letters on it. They could not show a single one when the Republican leadership in the Judiciary Committee said, please send us the proof of your letters. No letters. And then they showed up when he was testifying before Congress, and they sent an IRS agent to his home just to leave a note, to let him know that we know where you live. This is scary, scary, not usual stuff.
But Grover, the IRS says this is the routine process. This is a criminal investigation which they are authorized to carry out. This is how they handle these things. They can send agents to people's homes or to wherever they are to talk to them.
Okay, two things. The IRS knows and admitted they owed him money. He didn't owe them any money in 2018. They'd never brought anything up to him. They'd sent him no letters. They claimed, it not truthfully, that they had. And when asked to see the letters, this is now a congressional investigation into how the IRS treated a journalist. This is a man of the left. He was praised by left of center senators for a lot of his writings in the past, and yet he found it a problem when the FBI was telling people how to censor things at Twitter before Elon Musk. And now they're sending agents to his house to drop off paperwork, and they open up on Christmas Eve an investigation wanting to know whether he has a concealed carry permit. Really? Really? What's that have to do? Oh, also his hunting and fishing licenses. What does this have to do with any sort of investigation about taxes, which, by the way, there wasn't one, and there was nothing wrong with his taxes, and they want $80 billion to
Grover,
do more
the
of
IRS,
this.
just to clarify, the IRS said, and this is from them, they said that they were concerned about identity theft and identity fraud in his 2018 tax filings, and that was why they were looking into things that you just mentioned, the whole laundry list of his permit and yada, yada, his gun registration. While I have you, I want to make sure I ask you about the debt ceiling, because that's on everybody's mind right now. On the table is about $80 billion in funding for the IRS. Republicans are trying to claw some of that back. They say the last thing this administration, this agency needs is more money to pursue what they're calling a partisan agenda. What do you say?
Well, it's quite correct. There have been a series of problems where they've violated people's privacy, where they've leaked contributions they've made to charities to embarrass people, where they leaked thousands of entire tax returns. Bloomberg's tax returns were handed to a left-wing group so they could do stuff with it. And none of this has been fixed. None of this has been explained. And they want $80 billion. There's no reform in this package. What
are you concerned that having more money? I just want to make sure I understand. So basically the argument here is that if you give them more money, you are empowering this agency to continue along this path, right?
You're rewarding them. You might have said, here are the 7 problems we see. Fix them, and we can get you more money to do good stuff. There's no reform in this package. It's just more money to do the same. And if you'd been misbehaving and your boss doubles your pay, you wouldn't think that he thought there was anything wrong with the way you behaved. You'd say, they expect me to do more of this.
Grover, always great to chat with you. Thanks for taking time with us. We really appreciate it. Happy Memorial Day.
You got it.